said you'd come back to New Orleans.
It's okay if you like real work.
You are alive.
Yes, I am. Wine?
No, thank you.
Well, you'd hate it anyway. It's warm, and I know how much you hate ice in your wine.
Do you think we could dispense with the small talk?
Okay. How'd you find me?
I saw you on a videotape. You were going into Jake's room.
A videotape?
Yes, from the hospital security system, and I figured out the rest on my own.
So, they have videotapes in hospitals. I thought they were just reserved for banks.
Are you going to tell me what happened?
When?
Oh, don't give me when, Kathleen. I talked to the authorities. I saw what happened to the airplane. There was nothing left.
Obviously, there was more than you thought.
Why did you do this?
Cass, you've obviously got a life of your own now, and so do I, and I know how much you hate gumbo, so why don't you just go back to Bay City?
You honestly think you can just dismiss me and I'll buy it?
Sorry.
We were happy, weren't we?
Cass...
There wasn't some deep, dark secret, was there? You weren't holding a grudge against me that I didn't know about, were you? You didn't grit your teeth and stare at the ceiling when I made love with you, did you?
You know I didn't.
Then what the hell happened? 1 minute we were a couple, and the next thing I know, I'm staring at these photographs of airplane wreckage. Do you have any idea what that was like?
It hasn't been easy for me either, Cass.
Excuse me, honey, but I don't think we want to compare hard times here. You knew you were alive. You didn't have to grieve. You didn't have to see the expression on your parents' faces. Mary is able to go on somehow, but Vince is not the same. Pops is never going to be the same.
Cass, you can't stay here.
Oh, okay, Kathleen, fine. At least I'll have an interesting conversation with my cab driver on the way back to the airport. So, sir, what brought you here to our fair city? Was it a convention or were you just a regular tourist? Well, actually, my wife that I thought was dead happened to be here, so I came down to see her, but she found it inconvenient for me to stay, so I'm going back home.
Cass, you have to go.
You can forget about that! You've been calling the shots for the past few years. Now it's my turn.
The plane broke in half on impact.
I know.
Well, what you don't know is that I got out before the plane blew up.
Yes, but how?
Somebody found me.
Who?
I don't know. I was taken to a hospital.
Which hospital?
I don't know.
Why not?
I was thrown out of a crashing airplane, Cass. I had a head injury. I was unconscious for a long time.
Okay. When you regained consciousness, where were you?
In a big hospital in Juneau.
Did you know who you were?
In a few days.
Did you know where you lived?
Cass.
Did you know?
Yes.
And didn't it occur to you to say, Doctor, there are a few people that I ought to contact?
Cass, why don't you just go home? You have a new life now.
You were my life, Kathleen. So please bear with me if I'm a little impatient.
I understand, Cass, but you have to go.
All the way down here, I kept thinking to myself, this is crazy. She can't be alive. She wouldn't do this. You know, it's pretty embarrassing when you get down to it. I thought I ran a con as good as anybody, but this, I gotta hand it to you, really put one over on me.
You always did underestimate me.
I loved you. Do you know that? More than my own life, I loved you. Why did you do this to me? Why are you still lying about it?
Would you just get out of here, please?
Would you like to hear what your funeral is like? Want to know what it's like to get up every morning and for the first 15 minutes or so, you don't remember, and then all of a sudden it hits right between the eyes. The one person that you love more than anybody in the world is Ed. Would you like to know what that's like?
I think I do know.
How could you possibly know?
Because you didn't come looking for me!
Told me you were dead.
They never found the body, obviously. You loved me so much, and yet you couldn't even spring for the airfare to make sure that I had bought the farm?
But I talked to the cops, I talked to the FAA. They all said that there was no doubt.
So you made a few phone calls, and then you booked the funeral, huh?
No one gave me any hope. No one!
If it had been you, I would have wanted to see for myself. I would have wanted to touch the ground where you... Anyway, I waited. I waited for you to find me, and you didn't. And I wasn't in the best state of mind to begin with, and I didn't have anybody around to correct the impressions that I had. And so, when I was well enough to get out of the hospital, I just started my life over alone.
That's what I did too. And I blame myself every day for what happened to you. If I hadn't insisted on that stupid honeymoon, if we had just gone to the Bahamas like a normal couple, come back to Bay City, bought a house, settled down. I carved myself up into little pieces because of what happened to you, Kathleen.
You don't have to feel guilty anymore.
Oh, I think I do. You may not be dead, but you allowed all the people who love you to think you are. Has it been worth it?
Oh, Cass, why don't you just go? You know the whole story.
Did it ever occur to you that I didn't find you because I couldn't find you?
Well, actually, you know, Cass, I did think about that thoroughly, and I came up with the fact that our love affair was just a lot of hype and didn't have much substance, so I got over it.
I don't believe that.
Oh, really? Well, then why am I here with somebody else?
What?
I'm not alone, Cass. I'm taken. I'm going steady. Get it? I found somebody new, Cass.
You're a liar.
Does look like my...
So where is this guy?
Out. And I don't want you here when he gets back.
This doesn't make any sense.
Maybe not, but it's what is.
You just closed the door on us, on everything we had?
But that was in another country, and besides, the wench is dead. Come on, Cass! Haven't you done the same thing? I mean, does your Frankie know that you're here?
How did you know about Frankie?
I keep up.
No, this isn't right.
What is it?
Everything that you're saying, it's too pat.
Look, this is my place, and I am asking you to leave.
Not until I have the truth.
The truth. Okay, you want the truth?
Yeah.
Dead or alive, I don't want you anymore. Now, will you please get out of here? Leave now and you can catch the first show at Preservation Hall.
Okay, I'll go.
Very sensible.
I'm going to give you a chance to change your mind, and I need some time to think, but I'll be back.
Please, Cass, just go.
Shame on you. Shame on you.